Holiday shopping stressing you out? Well, Natalie and I rely on Amazon's AI shopping assistant, Rufus, to find the perfect gift for everyone on our list. Just tell Rufus who you're shopping for, and it suggests great options while keeping your budget in mind. It's especially helpful since Amazon was just named the lowest priced U.S. online retailer for 9 straight years, with prices up to 14% lower than competitors. Visit Amazon.com and look for the Rufus icon for smarter, more affordable holiday shopping. You guys know that we have been rebuilding the lake house, and something really important to us is our AC. And if AC goes out, it can be an expensive problem. Many new homeowners face a breakdown in year 1, but American Home Shield can help. When a major system or appliance breaks, like your HVAC, plumbing, electrical, or refrigerator, AHS will fix the covered item no matter its age. So you can focus on the fun parts of the rebuild, not surprise bills. Visit ahs.com/viallfiles for 20% off any plan today and see promo details. That's ahs.com/viallfiles for 20% off. See ahs.com/contracts for details, including fees, limitations, and exclusions.
If you're like me and constantly juggling a million things, the last thing you want to worry about is cleaning your place before people come over. That's where HomeAglow comes in. It's a top-rated home service platform that makes keeping your space clean and tidy ridiculously easy. You just hop online, instantly book a certified cleaner in your area, whether it's for a special occasion, post-party chaos, or just to finally take something off your plate. Every cleaner goes through a rigorous certification process and maintains an average 4.8-star rating, so you know you're getting the real deal. And the best part, 100% of cleaning fees and tips go directly to your cleaner. So you're not just getting a spotless home, you're supporting people in your own community. This is sponsored by HomeAglow. This would be a great gift for someone in your life who maybe just had a baby, maybe someone who is swamped with work, maybe someone in your life who
Hates cleaning.
Yeah, this would be just a great gift for them.
Literally everybody.
You can see photos and reviews of background check cleaners before booking the right cleaner for you. And the best part is their Forever Clean membership, which saves you $30 an hour on future cleanings. Book unlimited cleaning starting at $19 an hour, backed by HomeAglow's happiness guarantee. HomeAglow delivers consistent and affordable support. Take home cleaning off your plate this holiday season by using HomeAglow. Head to homeaglow.com/VIALL to get your first 3 hours of cleaning for only $19. That's HomeAglow.com/VIALL.
You're crazy.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Viall Files Reality Recap Edition. I'm your host, Nick, joined by my great hair today.
Beautiful. Great hair.
We are back in LA. It feels good to be here with you guys.
Welcome back.
Warm
Agreed.
weather, it's nice and sunny, because we're like, coastal people. Like we go back and forth.
But it's been freezing at the lake. So when we got here, it was like, oh my God, 78 degrees.
Summer.
What? Nick was like,
Literally.
put on a bikini. I was like, I might.
Well, we have a jam-packed episode and a jam-packed week for you that we are very excited about. Witney Carson and her husband, Carson, are joining us today. Yeah.
Carson?
Carson
McAllister.
Carson McAllister.
Oh,
Okay. I see what happened there. But that's kind of
She's
cute.
by her maiden name.
Isn't that kind of great?
That's kind of
It's
cute.
kind of great. Yeah. Anyways, fresh off her mirror ball victory, Carson and Witney Carson join us to have a fun little chat about how they celebrate the mirror ball victory. I'm always just fascinated. Like, obviously, we're fascinated about couples and how they make it work and all that fun stuff. And we thought it'd be fun to check in with also Carson. We had the pleasure of having Whitney on a few times with her dancing partners over the years, but it's great to just focus on the dancing.
Absolutely.
And the professionals and how are they celebrating in this very exciting time in their lives. Also this week, we have a very special, very exciting Going Deeper. Hilaria Baldwin, also from Dancing with the Stars, the wife of Alec Baldwin, also the star of The Baldwins on TLC, will be joining us. She is a fascinating character, misunderstood. I feel like
You and her.
we're the
A lot
same.
alike.
We're the
Twin
same.
Twin
pod.
flames, if you will.
Twin flames.
Yeah.
Wow.
We are very excited to have Hilaria this Wednesday on a very special Going Deeper. And on Thursday's episode of Reality Recap, we have Kate Arthur returns to the show. You know her from Variety. Also, she covers Bravo, all things reality TV for Variety, and she'll be with us on Thursday to talk about Salt Lake City, all things Bravo. We also have Natalie from Vanderpump Rules, the new season,
Yes.
We'll get to learn
Hell yeah.
a little bit about her. And obviously this new cast of Vanderpump. Natalie's a little slow. My Natalie.
Okay.
My
I
Natalie's
can't start with that.
You're not excited about necessarily new Vanderpump.
I'm not.
You're
I'm
a slow burn.
You're a slow burn.
I thought you were just saying I was slow.
Yeah,
and
me
I was
too.
like, okay.
Yeah. It's like bold thing to say on a Monday morning.
Yeah. Not the right time right now. I am a slow burn. I don't feel like guys, and I know I see like Lala's being like passing the torch, like cheering them on. I just don't know if I can watch the like young 20s going out partying.
She's an old soul now.
Like,
she's a mom.
I'm a mom now, and I just like don't like. I'm with the housewives, and like everyone, even on Southern Charm, is like in their 30s, and like they're, I guess, still partying to some degree, but they're like buying houses and like growing their families, and it's just like all these stupid drama that we watched years ago, like just replaying itself.
Sign
with
me
different
up.
people.
Right.
That's what
I'm
I'm
saying.
saying.
Sign me
You guys
up.
are in it?
I'm locked
Yeah.
in. These are my people.
Interesting.
I'm like, I just think it's like, exciting. I like watching these people that are trying so hard to be something else with their wait staff job, but it's like they also know the formula, so it's like they're actually kind of delivering something a little bit different, and I kind of like it. And I was one of the harder critics of them rebooting this. I was like, call it Pump Rules, call it something else, start from season 1, but here I am, ready for episode 2.
Well, that is this week, and we are excited to bring it to you. It's going to be jam-packed.
Did you guys watch the Mormon Wives reunion?
Obviously.
Obviously.
Locked in.
Locked in. Locked in.
In.
I took my contacts out, put my glasses on.
Oh,
I got really
wow.
cozy. I was like, it's time.
I feel like people were kind of disappointed though.
Yeah.
Kinda.
I was.
I think that's the narrative that got like taken. I didn't love it.
I know a lot of people asked why I wasn't hosting this reunion of Mormon Wives. We answered this a few months ago, but maybe you didn't listen to that episode. But now that Natalie and I are Netflix hosts, it became a bit of a conflict of interest, unfortunately. So
They don't like to mix their talent.
do not like to mix their talent. But
But
Netflix,
Age of Attraction coming out next year, early next year.
you know, you never really know how these things go. But the more we see it, the more we hear about it, the more I think it's going to be a really big hit.
Well, it's also interesting because Netflix just bought Warner Brothers.
They did. We'll see if that goes through because apparently there's like a hostile takeover. Paramount's trying to do a hostile takeover. But if the Netflix purchase of Warner Brothers goes through, what will be interesting is that Netflix will own the Bachelor franchise.
I feel like we're just returning back to OG Netflix, like the first streaming platform that had everything to view everything on.
Maybe.
But can you imagine if Netflix actually owns the Bachelor? Because then maybe full circle, then we can host
Then you can. There you go.
reunions.
There you go.
There
But
you go.
also, maybe we'll get Jess Vestal as a bachelorette.
Oh, I like that one.
My biggest issue with it wasn't even the reunion itself. It's just we're so far past everything they've talked about in the reunion. I need these girls on a Big Brother cam. You know, like
Yeah.
I need to know what's going on with them at all times. I think it's like just the way it's shot and produced and how fast it's moving to have a reunion like about this season where like I want to know what's going on with Fruity Pebbles.
I'm like, just give us the next season. Like, that's how
Yeah.
it felt for me. Because I was like, oh, we bring something up and it's like, you're going to have to tune in until like next season. And it's like, no, like we just give it to us now because it feels like it's happening in real time. And I know they're continuing to shoot these seasons like back to back.
Yeah.
And they're also like online,
And they're online.
having their fights online.
And I love it. I was like, I think I just wanted more context. So like, I do have a question for you in the sense of how long was the filming process? Because I kind of felt like it was just like structurally there was no structure. So I feel like I got asked a question. Somebody got asked a question. They answered, and then it was like, all right, now we're moving on to the next person. I was like, no. Like the whole point of the reunion is to like go in deep and like try to figure out what happened and like reliving it. So like when you were filming it, how many hours did it take to film a reunion? And then I'm like, when you were watching back the first one, did you feel like a lot of things got cut?
It took like for the season that I did, the season 2 reunion. I think it took, I don't know, maybe like 6 hours. I think a lot of the women have talked about it taking like more like 12 this time around. So I'm not sure why that was. I mean, I think we started like early afternoon and finished like early evening. So I want to say like we maybe started somewhere around 1 and finished wrapped around somewhere around 7 or 8
Okay.
or something like that. And no, I mean, honestly, like it pretty much followed the beats of how we filmed it. Obviously, like, it wasn't a 6-hour reunion. I think ours was like an hour and a half or something like that. So they certainly cut a lot. When I watched it back, I remember kind of very much following the beats of the plan that we had.
Right. Because that's why I felt like this one was just bouncing around so much and I didn't get any answers.
This might be a dumb question, but when you're hosting it, how much pre-production like nuance and like say do you get in it? Like obviously we're fans, so we watch the show, so like what we're curious about, but like how much of it is like so produced where you don't really have a say, and how much is like your nuance to it?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a great question. I can only speak on the one I did. I got in like 2 days before we filmed it. I had a great team around me. I had a showrunner. There was a whole like team of producers helping. They had like a set structure of how they want. Like when I showed up, they were like, these are the acts that we want to try to do. Here are the topics we would typically like to cover. But they brought me in, and we spent like 2 days going over it, and I was really appreciative of how like collaborative they made it for me.
Oh, fun.
And so like all the questions that ended up on the cue cards were ultimately like my questions. They really wanted my input, so I really appreciated that. But like I watched the season like at least I watched it 2 full times, and then watched it like
For callbacks.
like a third. Like then I
Yeah.
watched various scenes a few more times. But yeah, I mean, we spent all night, going through all the questions and talking about potential follow-up questions and things like that. And then like during the reunion itself, I had a great showrunner, Marta, who guides you through, right? Like I really appreciated Hulu at the time. Like one thing they kept saying to me, like just do your thing. So they really let me do my thing. But for the most part, yeah, I mean, it followed the structure. But I mean, again, like a lot could change from the second to the third one. I mean, you had the whole Dunkin' Donuts activation, which a lot of people
That
were
was so
upset with, where
stupid.
it seemed to
Yeah.
like almost take like a weird amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
And now this is, the women are, the show's even more popular. The women are, there's all the women stars are rising. I mean, you could be dealing with, bigger personalities.
I wonder if there is a happy medium, because I don't feel like there is, because, it's like, oh, what if they filmed it like they do Bravo Housewives,
Mhm.
like, and we actually saw, 4 to 6 months of their lives filming, and then they did the reunion however long after,
Mhm.
and then they didn't film for another, I don't know, 9 months, however
Mhm.
long it is. But like,
Right.
obviously these housewives aren't like fighting online like the Mormon wives
Mhm.
are.
They
So I
just
feel
keep
like
filming.
they
That's the
can't,
thing.
yeah, they
Yeah.
can't not, because it kind of gives how Kardashians was, where it was like, oh my God, we saw this play out in the news like
Right.
forever ago, and now we're watching it on TV. Like, I mean, I guess.
The thing that I'm just kind of surprised about, because when it was filmed, I had heard that the demi of it all. I heard that the filming was messy. I heard that like no one really knew what to do with the demi of it all.
Mhm.
So I was still kind of surprised that in this kind of shorter reunion, it was still a lot of demi.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And I thought it was going to be, they were going to cut all that, not knowing what to do with it, because I was surprised. Like, we just didn't get a lot of any of the other storylines. I mean, the Jesse and Jordan of it all was
Even the like
Like-
husbands
Yeah.
fighting it backstage, it was just so random. It was like all of a sudden we're like cut to, and then 10 minutes into the reunion, the husbands come out and they're there for the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I'm just so used to like Housewives, where it's like, okay, part 2, we'll bring out the husbands. Now we're gonna go back and have just the cast
Yeah.
talk.
There were too much men.
Well, it's
Too
just
I
like,
much
just
men,
didn't.
always.
Once Dakota came out, I was just like, okay.
It was the transition to Dakota that was like, we have a
Yeah.
secret guest and all of the
Ugh.
wives need to leave, and naming every single one and being like, now go.
Literally.
And then
it was
it's
like, what show is
Dakota.
this?
It's
Yeah.
like, we know him. What is he
We
gonna
know
say?
him.
Right.
Like, we know what he's gonna say. Yeah, I like sent her a picture, but like it wasn't like
but
that.
can I
you
just
know?
say
Here's the
that
thing.
that whole part made me so excited for Taylor's Bachelorette
Bachelorette
season,
season?
because when she came out and goes, okay, continue on with the lies. Go
Yeah.
on. And I was
Yes.
like, oh, this feels like this is what it's gonna be like. She's like, I'm sorry, what did you say about me?
She's going to wreck
Oh.
some of these men. It's gonna be
It's
awesome.
so hard to like watch this go down though, and not want to like coach these people. Like
Mhm.
Dakota sitting there, I'm like, hey, you may not feel like what you did was that bad. Like you might feel a little justified, or that you were in a low place or whatever. But like, can I just give you a little advice? Like sit there and take it and be like, you know what? That was really shitty of me. And I'm not even going to provide all the context that I did and pretend like that's going to change anyone's opinion. Like just own that maybe that was a poor choice. And instead he's like dying on that hill. And I'm like, just sit there. You just gotta sit there and take it right now. Like,
It was
It
even
just
the
kinda
apology
sucks.
to the parents that I was just kind of like, what is
Mhm.
happening here? Because
Yeah.
he was just like, and I realized I was going to lose you guys. And I'm like, so you texted her friend?
The parents took me off guard too. I was like,
Why
why is
were they
Leanne
there?
they're on the couch scolding Dakota out of nowhere. I was like, what
Yeah.
what show
What?
is this?
But the organization too, because it was just like they came out and they were just standing there because there was nowhere for them to sit.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just
Right.
crazy because it was just like such different vibes from the last one.
Yeah, like the last one
Mhm.
seemed like there was like smooth transitions and like whatnot. And then this one just kind of seemed like everyone's doing whatever. And then by the way, Dunkin' Donut, now we have Chase sitting down. We asked him one question. He can go back to the bar.
The bartenders, yeah.
Yeah.
And then
felt-
Chase's brother, it just, I was like, why are we spending so much time on this?
Yeah, I agree. Why are we spending so much time? Is he a main character in the next season or something?
Exactly.
Well, I was gonna ask, it felt like this one they were just like trying to keep so much private because the next season, when you guys did it, were there parameters of like, this is off limits, this is next
The only
season?
thing that was like that, which was I got from
Uh-huh.
Jesse, which was like you'll have to tune in next season,
Mm.
was a lot about her and Jordan and the Marciano of it all. Like, did she have sex with Marciano? Like, I asked that question to Jesse, and she's
Okay.
like, I can't really answer because of like season 3's. That was the
only
only
thing.
thing. And then the rest of the time, you really tried to unpack, the relationships and all the kind of unanswered questions.
That's why I feel like obviously
Yeah.
you have producers there who were along the ride for season 4. They know what goes on in season 4. I feel like they could have at the very least come up with some questions that these women could have
Well,
been able to
that
could
answer.
answer.
I think a lot of you're hearing that filming was 12 hours, which maybe we took 6, 7, maybe 8, but like it definitely wasn't 12. And the fact that they filmed for 12 hours and then the episode itself ended up being a good 30 minutes less than what is this kind of like what happened?
Yeah, well, that too, because I'm like, my big question about what sparked Fruity Pebbles coming out in the first place. Jessie said in the beginning of her video that Demi does something at the reunion. And
Yeah.
it feels like that hit the cutting room floor. Because I'm like, what
Yeah,
was it?
What was it?
Besides
You're
just
right.
Talking about her own personal stuff and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I was like, there was not one moment where I was like, that there was a moment between Jessie and Demi that I was like, oh, this warranted that.
That's where it
you
happened.
know?
Yeah.
the only thing I could think of is when her and Jen are talking and Jen brings up her experience with like SA and then Demi is like, what it kind of blows her off about it.
But I still don't think that.
But that also has nothing to do with Jessie.
Yeah, that doesn't warrant Jessie be like it.
That
Jessie
does
was
not
pissed.
warrant Grandpa Brett yeah,
Like,
I love
Yeah.
that it's Grandpa Brett now.
Grandpa Brett.
Yeah, everyone's calling him Peepaw.
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 Peep-
It's endearing.
Not if you think
Peepaw.
about why it's
Peepaw.
Peepaw.
Oh,
Yeah.
The root of the word.
No, yeah, you're
Root of
right.
it.
Yeah.
Well, now we have Marciano is in fact taking legal action against Demi,
Well,
which is notable only because up until this point there's been a lot of threats of allegations.
Mm-hmm.
Jen was saying that Demi had the gag order
Cease
for
and
her, or the
desist.
cease and
Mhm.
desist for her. Demi was very much like, where's the proof? It felt like maybe there was just like a threat that happened between the two of them and there wasn't actual filings or anything. And
Well, a
then-
cease and desist, for those of you who don't know, is basically like a scary letter from your lawyer saying, if you keep doing what you are doing, I'm going to sue you.
Good to see you. Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, so the fact that he actually has filed defamation.
I mean, that's fast. I mean, like potentially you're going to have this entire cast of women be, if it were to go to court, could be
Named.
deposed.
Mhm.
Mm.
They've all spoken up about this.
Do we think it'll be live?
Do we roll cameras?
I was about
do
to
we
say
roll cameras?
Season
five?
5.
You have Lisa Vanderpump publicly stating on a red carpet that she's seen all the footage from
Yeah.
Vanderpump Villa.
Here's the thing on that. Do we trust Lisa Vanderpump to be like, this man did nothing wrong?
Yeah, listen, she doesn't have a
She
great
does
track
love-
record
I
when
think-
it comes to supporting
I
men.
will say, well, that's true. Yeah. I was going to say, we let the court do it because you know what? Even if the cameras weren't rolling, I bet there's security footage and
Mhm.
let the court sort it out. And I honestly think it will be good to get to the bottom of it because justice should prevail, whichever, however that looks,
Mhm.
Period, Susie.
I'm just
Justice
saying.
will prevail.
It should.
Legalese.
Let the cameras roll
Yeah.
and then release the tapes.
It's wild. It's wild. I didn't. You just don't think that these things are gonna like go to that magnitude. But at the end of the day, like he does have a point. If he's completely innocent, at the end of the day, we're calling him scumbag or whatever because we're seeing one side of the story.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if he feels that he has the right to clear his name, like he should do
Yeah.
so, and if he has the ability to do it,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wouldn't want to be known as a predator if I did absolutely nothing wrong.
I agree. Yeah, that's where, and that's
Is that
where it's
rough?
like,
Is that bad for me to say?
No, I mean,
no, I think
Okay.
that's fair. Like, that's the thing though, is like, I just really do want like whatever is the right thing to be known as the right thing, you know,
Exactly.
whichever way that is.
I guess we will find out at some
Season
point.
4, maybe
4,
season
5,
5.
6. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess it came out that Alex Earl and her boyfriend Braxton
yeah.
have broken up officially.
Okay.
Which
R.I.P.
I feel like there was a lot of rumor. Like this was a
Yeah.
constant rumor throughout Dancing with the Stars because he wasn't able to go. He was obviously playing football. She wasn't able to go to his stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like every couple of weeks it was like, they're broken up.
Yeah.
They're broken up. And then Alex would be like, guys, I'm
He's at my
busy.
birthday.
He's busy.
Yeah, or-
like we're good.
Yeah.
Nothing to worry about. But now that Dancing with the Stars is over, they have confirmed.
What are the streets saying?
Do we think that that this was trouble brewing the whole time and she just didn't want this to be taken away from like what she's doing with Dancing with the Stars? Because I feel like
I
we've been
think
hearing about it for
so.
so long.
I feel like probably, I think there's so much like criticism on when you release it, when you make it official that you're together or not together. But like, imagine if you were just living your life and every time that you had an issue or like a breakup or whatever, you had to announce it to the world.
Yeah.
Like even just announcing it to your family is a big deal. And you're like, oh, I'm sorry, here we go again. Like we're off. Oh no, we're back on. We're
Yeah.
off.
I imagine the last thing Alex Earl would want is like speculation and rumors about her breakup or having to announce a breakup
Mhm.
and having that distract from all the great
Mhm.
attention that she was receiving for being a finalist at Dancing with the Stars. I wouldn't want to announce a breakup if that happened. And yeah, I think to your
Totally.
point, I mean, it's very challenging. If you're in a public relationship, there's like the actual relationship and there's the real life aspect of it and the day to day that people don't get to see. And then, you have to deal with the public,
Mhm.
and things like that. And it's just like you have your relationship that you have, and then like you have your relationship that you choose to present to the public that's like for the public. And like sometimes, yeah, those don't line up. You don't announce it's not like, hey, I don't think we should work out. And the first thing you do is go to the internet and
Matt
announce
James.
it, like
Yeah.
sometimes you just want to like chill or emotionally heal and get
Yeah.
ready for like what is inevitably going to be a lot of speculation, a lot of criticism, a lot of like hurtful things that you might read and see. And maybe you just don't want to deal with it right away. So you don't choose to announce it right away. And I think that's really typical, but yeah, fans want on demand updates on your relationship.
That's what I kind of saw was like, and I wonder if that just makes it even harder, whether they were actually having trouble or if it kind of intensifies the little trouble they were having. Because I remember when Zach showed up for Dylan that there was a lot of speculation because Braxton hadn't shown up at all. And it's just like, I don't know, like imagine
Oh.
like you're having like a great week and you're dancing, but then it's like the headlines are about the fact that like your boyfriend hasn't shown up, but Zac Efron can show up.
Did he not come once, Braxton?
I don't think
No.
so.
Wow. Yeah.
When did
That
the season start? Kind of
Um,
hard. He's
on
currently playing.
Tuesdays? We feel like that's hard to do. They play on like Sundays.
Yeah, it's
Fly
like a
from
full-time
LA.
job. Doesn't he play for Miami?
Miami, and I think they travel,
I
right?
think one. I feel like
How does football
one.
work?
He could have. I feel like he could have made one.
That's kind of
Right.
Well,
like he
again,
did one.
they broke up.
That's true. Oh, true.
So
But
maybe they
could've-
weren't
wait,
doing as
this
well.
Is,
But
this
the
is true.
The finale episode, he had a little clip in there. Remember where he was like, "I'm so proud of you. You're crushing it. Like
Yeah.
I wish I could be there."
I'm sure he
Buddy.
was proud of her.
Pal.
Okay,
Ooh,
that's it.
damn.
Listen, I think Alex is more than right to like, if they
Yeah.
did it, let's say they broke up at the beginning of the season, she would have every right to just hold that to
Totally.
herself and keep it to herself for the time being. Like,
Right.
I mean, she has the right to like do her relationship the way she wants.
I think it's the right choice. Like she's literally so young. I'm like, go live.
But also we have that's one way to deal with it, and then you can deal with it how Amanda and Kyle Cook deal
Well,
with it.
Amanda just debunked
Good bit. Good
the headline
bit.
that has been circulating for a while that the two of them, her and Kyle Cook, are living separately. Not true. But Amanda did post a funny video of herself in a little dollhouse, like a little Santa workshop house. And she was like, guys, I'm confirming it. The rumors are true. I have moved out. I got my own place.
It's like a little bit small,
It's a little
I'm hoping I'll grow into it.
Space for one. And then Kyle like knocks on the door and you zoom out and you see it's like a little Santa house next to her tree or something. But yeah, no, they are completely fine. I think that was such a great way to debunk it, is just to like lean in and be like,
Mhm.
you guys, this is
But
ridiculous.
also I feel like they've had to, and I think we heard them kind of talk about this at BravoCon, where it's like there's constantly rumors about our marriage. Like
Mhm.
we can't, we just at some point stop
And it's
addressing it.
Yeah,
Right.
Because it's not like
It's
we
so
don't know
real.
what the issues are because we also watch Summer House. So it's like, okay, Kyle stays out till 4 a.m. He could stop doing that and then we could stop having these rumors, Kyle.
That would be really hard.
That is.
But they did say in the
Tough.
in the Summer House trailer that Amanda's like, he found the one job that he can stay out and has to party till
Because he's
4
making
a.m.
money now with it. so-
Exactly. So
Yeah,
What a
maybe
relationship
DJ.
hack.
you're
Yeah,
literally.
literally.
Sorry, babe. I have to work.
He's
Yeah.
like either a DJ or he's like a bar owner, and he's like, ugh, gotta go check on the bar
Right.
and the employees.
Have y'all
So-
seen the Summer House trailer yet?
I mean, it looks juicy. Bravo has really mastered drama and costumes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's the best. The silliest costume, the meanest thing you could say while in it.
Can I just say, like, the thought of getting into a fight with your significant other while, like, on Halloween and you're dressed up ridiculously, I'm like, I just can't be taken seriously right
Yeah.
now. And that was a really beautiful example of that.
I
Mhm.
broke up with somebody on Halloween.
What were you
and
dressed as?
a dead girl from the 1950s.
Perfect.
And he was a matching costume. But yeah, no, and then he punched a tree outside. Yeah, and I was just like, it is kind of one of those things where I'm like, this night is so weird.
Yeah.
That like for some reason this feels normal.
Remember getting
Right.
Sarah Marshall? You
Yeah.
seen that movie?
I loved
Where,
that
like, He's
movie.
naked and she shows up and she
Yes.
breaks up with him. When that movie
Exactly.
came out, I had a very similar experience. We were breaking up, but we were like taking a break.
Mm.
And then when she like ended it, I was getting ready to go run, and I was just wearing a shirt.
And your pants were off?
You got broken up with like Winnie the Pooh.
No undies? Undies or no undies? Like, that's very.
I've
a
never
big
felt like a
difference.
bigger loser.
You were Donald ducking it while getting broken
Yeah,
up with.
yeah.
That's
wild.
Winnie the Pooh
Devastating.
broken up
She's
with.
like, I was actually not gonna do this.
I was
but
like,
now
this
I
was
am.
it, wasn't it? This is
Yeah.
what did it.
The straw that snapped.
So,
That's crazy work.
you know what's even? I mean, and a lot of these things can be taken out of context, but falling asleep at a fan's house.
That's
Oh,
wild.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Like how? How did you get from
That's a fireball
The
offense,
club-
even if you went on a second date with someone, let alone being married.
being at a club DJing
Uh-huh.
until maybe it was a house party. I don't know.
Gonna give you an example. Just his Vegas set. He started after like the live event for Bravo. I think his set was from 1 a.m. till 4 a.m. because we saw him in the green room and I was like, if I can get Nick to go, he'll come on the show, right? And he's like, yeah, that'll definitely bring it up here. And then like I literally looked it up and I was like, he doesn't go until 1 a.m. Like I'm seeing the inside of my eyelids.
Yeah, we're in bed.
I was in bed at 10.
Yeah, 100%.
Mhm.
But like, how did we get from point A to point B? And there wasn't a thought that was like, maybe I should just go home. Like maybe I should sleep on my couch, not on a fan's couch.
Just going to the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
How did you get
Whether
to the
it was an
house?
Set-
after party.
As soon as you set foot in that door, you've done something wrong.
100%.
Right.
Like if I was like, hey, what'd you do last night, babe? I was like, oh yeah, I just went to this girl, Nicole's house. Huh?
Imagine.
She's a fan.
She's a fan.
Nicole.
It's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
She really liked my
Not
work.
Nicole.
She threw me a party.
She's
Yeah.
a huge fan of the podcast.
Yeah, I'm sure she
She
is.
says hi, by the way.
Yeah.
She loves you.
Loves
Oh,
you.
that
Gets
loves me.
me.
And y'all would honestly be like, y'all would be best
You guys,
friends.
you guys are very similar.
So similar.
I don't think I can handle Sierra and West.
Oh, I can. I know
Literally,
it.
I don't
Round
think I can
two.
handle
No, I
taking the
need
heat.
it. Oh, I need it.
I want it. I kind of think they're endgame.
I need to be Team Sierra.
You do.
I want to be. This is Sierra giving me another opportunity to be on her
To
side.
do this right.
Yeah,
Yes.
to do this right. That's what it is.
Not
Okay.
everyone gets a second chance, Nick.
And I
And I think you should be. I think you should be really grateful
All
for
right.
that. Because guess what? I wasn't here the last time Sierra was doing that thing with West, but now I am. And guess what? Even if she's wrong, she's right.
Okay.
100%.
Okay.
Can I
Mhm.
call it real fast before we move on from Summer House? This is going to be, in my head, I'm starting the speculation, the last season with this cast of Summer House, because we're having the spinoff that's already filming, and I think it's going to be a Valley situation where
Mm.
they grow up and they move on to the next chapter,
I'm
but we
for it.
fill Summer House.
I
Well,
think
Kyle
you're
and Amanda
right.
are on both.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't feel
Yeah.
like Kyle
Kyle's not going to
will
let go
want
of
to
Summer
give up.
House.
Summer
He's
House
like, wait, yeah, but
for
wait.
the more adult
Yeah.
version.
He's like, wait, you're not going to film me?
He's like, wait, this is
DJing
only
anymore?
a daytime
Yeah.
recording, filming situation?
Yeah.
Like a breakfast to lunch type of thing?
Yeah.
Because he's like, I don't wake up till 3.
He's like, the kids need me. Oh, right.
Yeah.
They need guidance. Well, you know what? Since it's December, we thought it'd be super fun to partner with Amazon and celebrate the holidays with the household by decorating the studio here in LA and at the lake house. So let's see what it all looks like in
3, 2, 1. All right, well, we are deep into December, so I think it's really time to celebrate the holidays. Nell and I have been celebrating the holidays since October.
Yes, we have.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really have.
It really started in October, but we should celebrate with the household sponsored by Amazon, and it's time to, obviously, we are deep in decorations. If you guys didn't realize that last year, Justin surprised us being the sweet boy, Mr. Initiative. He decorated our studio. We are now obviously in a new studio. We upgraded a bit. So we wanted to make decorating the studio kind of a tradition. Sadly, we had to let Justin go. We found a better employee. Well, he also got promoted. Like he's moved on. He's, that's the thing. He's outgrown.
I'm still here.
Yes, of course. We hired Rufus, Amazon AI assistant for shopping. It's super easy. We're very particular about our Christmas trees. We went with realistic, but giving Charlie Brown, and it gave us exactly what we wanted.
Yeah, I think over here we really wanted to get a lot of stuff, but still stay within a budget. And the really cool thing about Rufus was just being able to type in stuff under $100.
Yeah, I was like, guys, we bought a new
Rufus
studio.
was
We have no more budget for Christmas decorations.
Thanks to Rufus, we were able to find a bunch of really cool stuff super easily, super quickly, and put it all up, and it looks gorgeous. And we had so much fun doing it too. I think I'm gonna have to ask Rufus pretty soon, what do I get for my boy roommate in Secret Santa? And I do think Rufus is gonna help me out with that.
Well, like Nick said, we've been decorated since before Halloween, and it was the one-stop shop, and I got everything I could ever want. My favorite thing that I got from Amazon is probably the no shatter ornament balls, because obviously we have a toddler who's into ripping things off of our Christmas tree and throwing them across the room, which is so fun.
It's
But
cute,
also,
but,
it's,
we want it to be safe.
it's even more fun when they don't shatter and they just kind of bounce, and then you put them right back on the tree. If you want realistic garland looking, I'm also very particular about my garland. I want the outside and the inside of my house to be a complete winter forest wonderland. I also use some of that garland in the studio for our lake house studio decor. And looks like you got some there too.
I will say I love the look of ribbon around a Christmas tree.
It's so pretty.
I do think sometimes ornaments can get a little too cluttered.
Okay.
Just a classic red ribbon velvet wrapped around.
I noticed that because it's a my mom is really big into Christmas tree decorating. She's pretty good at it, but the red ribbon really stands. I'll have to run that by her.
I feel like red and green just gives holiday too. Sometimes the classic is the best.
Yeah.
And I do like the repurposing of ornaments because sometimes you have some left over. Then why not put them in a bowl and make a centerpiece?
Literally.
I mean, really, the Viall's brand and color is giving Christmas. All you have to do is throw a little red in it.
It was really actually nice though, because when Justin and I were talking about decorating and stuff, we'd ordered stuff, and then I'd forgotten that about these tiny little Christmas trees we have over here, and and it was because I had Rufus up, and it was in my For You thing, and they reminded me about the Christmas trees, and then we got to order them, and they're right here, and we used to have ones like those when
so
I was
cute, too.
little and stuff at my house, so it's really sweet.
I will say, since marrying Natalie, she's really made me more of a joyful Christmas person.
Aw.
No Grinchmas for you this year?
'Tis the season. I'm all down for the Christmas tree in October.
Before this, Nick was spinning and twirling ice skating. So
I mean, there were a couple Christmases in my single years where I didn't have a tree. Just
Mm.
just
Bah humbug.
Yeah, that should be illegal.
I love that. He said it with such an earnest voice.
He meant that.
Since I'm not the Grinch anymore, I think we should continue celebrating holidays with the household next week, and we should do a little household gift exchange.
yeah, let's do a $50 cap, and everyone do a Secret Santa. We'll pull names out of a hat.
Are we doing the steal and swap, or are we just giving gifts? We'll pick names out of a hat.
I think we do a classic little Secret Santa moment.
Just a nice one and done. Yeah, I don't want to hate anybody by the end of this.
Is it to be the best gift giver under $50, or is it to be goofy and weird?
I think it's know your audience.
Yeah.
Maybe who got the gift that best defines them, or that they're oh, I feel seen by somebody who got my gift.
Well, don't forget to visit Amazon and look for the Rufus icon for smarter, more affordable holiday shopping that makes holiday gifting and decorating stress-free. Well, it looks really great. Shout out Rufus. Thanks
Does
for the
look
help.
so good. It's so
Mhm.
cute.
So
and cozy.
cute.
Lake House also looks really, really great.
Thank you, Mary.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Mary.
Yeah.
Did it ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
All right, up next, we got Witney Carson, the winner of the Mirror Ball, her second championship, and her husband Carson joins us We love them. Excited to hear more about how they are supporting each other during this very exciting time that they have. And they join us next. The holidays are right around the corner, and if your house or gift list isn't ready, don't stress. Wayfair makes it easy to get everything you need fast. From cozy bedding to chic decor and last-minute guest room upgrades, it's all in one place.
Whether you are doing a bedding or bath basics refresh, like for your guests, maybe you're putting a Christmas tree in the guest bedroom, maybe you're giving your kids their first Christmas tree in their bedroom, home decor, kitchen essentials, living room refresh, whatever it is that you're looking for, Wayfair has it. It's the go-to destination for everything home, no matter your style or budget. You can earn rewards and get the best savings in the neighborhood with Wayfair's new loyalty program. 5% back on every item across Wayfair's family of brands, free shipping, member-only sales, and more. Terms apply. They have a huge selection of home goods ranging from appliances and area rugs to beds and wall art. Everything you need for your living room, outdoor areas, bedrooms, and more.
If the kids are looking for a new outdoor playground, maybe a trampoline, don't worry. Wayfair has got you covered.
Wayfair makes it easy with fast and free shipping. Even on the big stuff, they'll help you set it up. Get last-minute hosting essentials, gifts for all your loved ones, and decor to celebrate the holidays for way less. Head to wayfair.com right now to shop all things home. That's WAYFAIR.com. Wayfair, every style, every home. It's almost 2026 and you're still paying rent without Built. We can't have that. Built is the loyalty program for renters that rewards you for your biggest monthly expense, rent. With Built, every rent payment earns you points that can be used towards flights, hotels, Lyft rides, Amazon.com purchases, and so much more. When you pay rent through Built, you unlock access to exclusive benefits from a network of more than 45,000 merchants. Just link your credit cards, spend at your favorite local spots, earn Built points on top of your regular card rewards, and get one step closer to the trip you wanted to take. Personally, I'd redeem my points for Amazon. Built points have been ranked the most valuable point currency by the Points Guy, and they just announced Built Cash, a way to unlock even more value from Built's partners. It's simple. Paying rent is easy with Built. Earn rewards and finally get something back for being a renter. Join the loyalty program for renters at joinbuilt.com/VIALL. That's JOINBILT.com/VIALL. Make sure to use our URL so they know we sent you. Paying rent is better with Built. This time of year, it's sensory overload everywhere, but one feeling we're still chasing is cozy. And Bombas has the socks, slippers, tees, and basically everything to get you there. Nick, I'm going to just go ahead and ruin one of your Christmas gifts.
Period. Bombas socks.
No, it's Bombas slippers.
Oh.
It's Bombas slippers. They're in this red color. They're so chic. They're
love a good
so
slipper.
cute. You asked for slippers, so I got you slippers. And Bombas makes gifting easy. And I didn't just find something for Nick. I also found something for everyone in my family because Bombas makes gifting easy. They've got answers for all of your gifting questions too, like what can I get my sister's newborn? Baby Bombas fit like a hug, and they're designed to feel soft and stay snug on even the wiggliest toes.
They have a great selection. Doesn't matter if it's cozy socks or stylish socks. Doesn't matter if you're sitting around or hiking or maybe you're going to a wedding. They have socks for every occasion. Also, different styles, different patterns. It's a lot of fun, and they're the highest quality socks you could possibly get. Take care of your feet this holiday season. Head over to bombas.com/VIALL and use code VIALL for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com/VIALL. Code VIALL at checkout. Witney Carson, welcome to the show. How you guys doing?
Good. We're doing really
Happy to
good.
be here.
I feel like you probably guys have gotten this a lot, but like when I was messaging you, Whitney, about coming on, and then like I knew Carson, I knew your name. We've met, we've talked, and I said hello. But then it like dawned on me. I was like, wait a second, she got the same last name as her husband's first name, and then I got confused about it, and I was like, wait, did I just like? I got really insecure about like calling Carson the wrong name. I got it in my head. But do you guys like? Does that happen a lot to you guys?
The amount of times I've been asked if I wanted to take her last name and be Carson would shock you.
And actually, it doesn't shock me at all.
People think it's the most shocking thing
It's
ever.
just hilarious.
Like
Yeah.
people are so intrigued and fascinated by it. But his real name's actually Kevin McAllister. And since you guys have Christmas decor up, I
Yes.
feel like
Shout out to Home Alone.
it's very fitting to tell you that.
I get that even more.
Carson, how old are you? Can I ask?
32.
Yeah.
But my dad, I know where you're going. My
Okay.
dad was before the movies.
Mm.
Okay.
And I'm named after him,
Okay.
Kevin McAllister.
Okay.
Your
And-
junior.
Alright.
Our son is actually Kevin McAllister III.
Yeah.
Aw.
So we
Beautiful.
keep it going.
It's a great name.
It
Like it's a
is.
really solid name. It just happens to be like and a Christmas icon.
I
A
remember
Christmas
like
icon.
I remember announcing Leo's name because we call him Leo, obviously, but his full name is Kevin Leo McAllister, and people were like, "Oh, did you name him after the movie?" I'm
You
like,
must love
"No,
Home Alone.
No.
We do. We do. It's a great film.
it is a great
But
film."
no, not that much.
People thought we named our daughter River Rose, the Rose, after Nick being on The Bachelor. and
Wow.
being engaged to another woman.
So just
I'm like, yes, paying my
Yeah.
respects.
All right, yeah.
Paying
just-
my respect
to the ones before me.
Yeah.
It's really important to know where you came from.
He couldn't let it go.
So,
It is.
Guys,
I am dying. That is amazing.
well, we're excited to talk with you guys. Whitney, you've obviously been on the show a couple times already, but it's always like as in support of your partners who, obviously the stars who come on the show, so much focus is on the stars, but you being one of the many professionals, like you guys really are the heart and soul of this show. And we didn't really get a chance to talk so much about obviously, like your involvement in the show. Obviously you won the mirror ball. So let's just big round of applause for Whitney, her second mirror ball.
Thank you.
But as a fan favorite, one of the more popular professionals on the show, we just wanted to talk with you guys a little bit about like what that process is like, because obviously we spend so much time talking about like the quote unquote stars or celebrities that we don't get to really learn about like this whole process for the professionals.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that because I think, being a pro and seeing how much work we really put into, I mean, this is our passion, this is our livelihood. Like we work so extremely hard. And I think Carson can attest to that because he sees me coming home every night, just like, it's a beast of a show. Like Nick, you obviously know, but for the professionals, like we never stop. Like we're constantly choreographing, we're constantly thinking of music, we're constantly thinking of strategy. Like we're always working. And for those like 4 months, like I really don't see my family hardly at all. And we are just putting everything that we have into it because we are so passionate and we're so competitive. But yeah, no, I think it being like 12 years of my life, it hasn't gotten easier, which is so interesting. Like you would think you'd get into a rhythm and it would just get easier and easier. But it with each celebrity and each partner, it's like a different kind of heart. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, that it must be a lot. I mean, what does it mean for you to win the mirror ball? I mean, obviously it's meaningful, but like I don't know, like
Yeah.
I guess one might think, oh, the professionals are there every day, like they're dancing all the time, they come in every season. Maybe it's not as competitive. I'm curious, between the professionals, I'm sure you guys are all family, it's all friendly, everyone gets along, but how much like friendly competition is involved in terms of winning the mirror ball, or like how many mirror balls you have versus, the people who don't? Is that like a friendly competition within the group?
I think growing up, we're all competitors, right? Like
Sure.
that's just in our nature. Like that's something we cannot get rid of. So even, we try to support one another as much as possible. And like, I surely like want everyone to succeed for sure. But underneath, like there is a competitive edge where you really do want to win. And if you get that title that you have won, it's really respected. And it's very much like, people kind of look to you as like, okay, she's legit. Like, and so I feel like as much as we support each other, we definitely all want to win at some point. And it's going to depend on which celebrity you get, because as you said, like the celebrities are really the ones that get the attention and get the fame and get, whatever it is. But I think it's also dependent on your celebrity as well. So, I mean, it meant the world to me to win, and not only because I feel like it's been a really long time, like all of my efforts for the last like 10 years, just the loss after loss after loss, it can get really hard and really defeating. Like I felt like I was very defeated in the fact that like, am I even like, supposed to be on this show? Like, am I even good? Like you kind of go back into those fears and those doubts of like, I don't even know, am I good anymore? And so the fact that I did win after all these years was just like, it kind of gave me a confidence of like, okay, like I can do this. Like I'm meant to be here. And also just Robert being Robert put back a lot of confidence back in myself that I think I lost for a while. And I think the season with Milo, like not getting that win was really hard on me. And I think as much as I was passionate about each season, I felt like
part of me was just doing it for the job as well. Like, it was like, okay, this is a job. I lost a little bit, I feel like, of my, not drive, but maybe passion a little bit, like where my passion stemmed from. So I think that came back a little bit.
Is it almost like sometimes like safer to tell yourself you don't care? Sometimes where it's just like, you know what, it's just a job. Like, I'm here. I'm grateful to be here.
Yeah,
it's not a
that's
big
the
deal.
wall right
Yeah,
there.
right. Just to kind of protect yourself, but deep down, you know you want it.
Exactly. And like Carson gets just as invested as I am in these.
Dude, I joke, like, I wasn't around for the first win, so the second win for me was like more important to me. I have an interesting perspective where I get to watch from a sideline. I really can't do much to help in terms of the show and the competition. As much as I want to say I'm choreographing dances with her, I'm not. So it's really interesting to see, the struggle year after year after year. Each partner brings a different challenge. So to kind of just watch and be helpless for 11 years, because we got married right after she won, and then I was a big part of it, obviously. But to watch her struggle and struggle and struggle, and then, like, I've been to the finale in the audience, hoping for that win. Like, you've been to the finale
like six or seven times.
Wow.
And every time it's just slightly gutted. You put on a positive spin.
Were you worried you were bad luck?
Dude, I was bad luck. 100%. There's no doubt. I was the distraction.
Yeah,
I came in and everyone was like, "Oh, she's married. She's doing her thing. Now
her heart's not in it,
Her heart's elsewhere, right?" Which I'm honored. But yeah, I think, as much as I've been able to support her and push her, it's just slightly gutting every season. And if I'm sure you might have seen the video where me and the boys are reacting when they announce it.
Yeah.
That was like 11 years of just pent up waiting. I've been waiting to celebrate that moment, so cool. Because it's real. I mean, great seasons happen, but the win is like, okay, that was next level. So that was 11 years of just waiting and suffering from a sideline, watching her. So
suffering,
a lot of ups and downs. I make it sound so negative.
No,
there was a lot of pent up, like, finally.
Whitney, there is maybe you've already been asked this and answered this, so I apologize if you have, but there was a moment, you and Alfonso were talking before the finale, and like a fan filmed it. You guys just seemed like you were having a really nice moment. Your former partner who you won your first mirror ball with. Have you been asked about this, and have you been able to share, or can you share a little bit of that conversation? Understand if it's personal and maybe you want to keep that to yourself, but I had to ask.
Yeah, I actually, no one's asked me that yet. And I haven't talked about it at all, but Alfonso is very much my brother. Like, he's family. Like, he's a safe space for me. And so I just remember before the show started, I had so many emotions because I was so anxious. I knew that, like, I could actually win it. I think some seasons you're like, okay, I already know who's gonna win. Like, like, it's kind of just a shoe-in. So you're just in the finale, and like you said, Nick, like, you're just grateful to be there, and you're like, whatever happens, happens. But this time just felt so different, where I was like, I really feel like we have a chance. Like, we have a real shot at this. And so the verbiage that we had there, and it was just mostly a pep talk, and I started crying. I don't know if you can see that in the video, but I started crying, and I was just like, I was like, I don't want to mess this up. I don't want to mess this up for Robert. I feel like this is my chance. Like, and he was like, just do your thing. Do your thing. Don't worry about any of the extra noise. Like, just focus on what you and Robert have for the night. And just do it. Do your thing. Like, you know how to do this. And so it was just a little pep talk, and it got me through to the live show. But he's always been just a great friend and a great brother. And
he's awesome.
Carson, when you noticed Whitney kind of spiraling and going through over the years, like, am I even supposed to be here? Is this what I'm meant to be doing? How did you kind of pull her out of that headspace?
I think the show is like, when it's going, it's all encompassing. It's like eat, breathe, sleep. So it's so like it distorts your mental, emotional so much that people don't realize, especially for the pros, because I mean, the stars just kind of, I mean, not to diminish the work they put in, but they show up, they're taught, they practice, and they go home. And, you know, for Whitney, it's like she's up early rehearsing, or she's up early, rehearsing for pro number, then choreographing. Then she shows up, has to teach, learn the dance together. Then she goes home and she's choreographing. She's trying to fine tune how, you know, trying to do the social media thing. So it's, you know, to see her, like, it's no wonder that you get so kind of wrapped up in the whole experience. But for me, I just have to, I might not always be separated from all of that, but I try and like pretend that I am and, you know, bring her back to the logic of the show and, you know, the job that needs to be done. Really just trying to uplift her any way I can, because she is amazing. And no matter how many times I tell her that, it's never enough. So just,
Yep.
I mean, all the things. It's 10 years of just trying to
I
figure
know.
it out, really.
He's honestly been so amazing through everything, like my rock. Like, I think in a relationship, you always need someone to ground you, and that's exactly what he does for this season, for every season that we've done. And it's just the logic behind it, right? Like, because reality television is a whole different thing that people don't realize. Like, there's certain things that logically, like, you shouldn't be stressed about. So he was just bringing me back down always to like the logic of it, instead of getting in my head and getting all of these emotions wrapped up into everything. And he's like, remember that you have a family, you have a good life outside of this. This is just a blip in our lives, and it'll be over soon. So just do your best. And I mean, he was literally like ordering me mirrors into our apartment, like so that I could choreograph extra time. He was setting up massages for me. He was looking through music, because we have to choose our own music. And he was looking through music, like inspiration.
I was on the grind.
He was on the
Wow.
grind.
Do
That's
the-
awesome.
Full-time employee.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll take a part of this wing.
Yeah.
Part of your mirror ball, buddy.
Take one mirror off the mirror ball.
We love hearing about supportive partners. Obviously, like Nanny and I, we work together. We bust our butt.
Yeah.
We have our daughter. We've been open about our intentions about growing our family, despite some of our challenges that we've had. And I think it's really cool that you guys are a team the way you are. And then you guys obviously have your boys. Like, how do you guys manage, you know, how do you make it work? You know, we're always very fascinated about that. Whitney, you mentioned obviously during the season, you're constantly on the go. But like, yeah, just like, how do you guys make it work in general versus how do you stay connected just as a family? How do you regroup and things like that? Just because obviously these seasons get so intense and are so important to you. But like you guys just mentioned, it's always really important just to remember like the larger picture.
Yeah, for sure. I think I mean, I don't know how you and Nat like work with help, but like we definitely have help, and we have a whole support system. Like my mom and my parents and his mom like actually like lived out there with us. So we like swapped out grandmas
Aw,
for
that's so
the
nice.
4 months, because Carson was also full-time working as well. We have our Finesse
Wow.
app that we launched during the season. So him and my brother were working on that full time as well. So we had a village. We had definitely a village, and like that support system, like without it, we wouldn't be able to do anything. So like we're really, really appreciative and supportive of that. And I think like we always come back to the bigger picture. Like what is the bigger picture? We're doing this for our kids, we're doing this for our family, and as long as we keep that perspective, it's really hard to, it's really, we have to keep reminding ourselves to come back to that. And also like our faith is a big deal to us as well, and that's integrated in everything that we do.
Yeah, I think also to shed more light on just how taxing and grueling it is, sometimes we're just laying in bed at the end of the night and it's just heads down, it's just heads down, just kind of like hold my hand and let's just go heads down and like get through it.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot.
Yeah.
And how old are your boys, remind me?
They're 4 and 2. Is River 2?
She turns 2 February.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Yeah. So are you guys thinking about more kids or no?
Oh
would
yeah,
love.
we're hoping. We've had a few miscarriages this year,
Yeah.
unfortunately,
We-
but
we
yeah,
love
we're
kids,
we're definitely
definitely.
hoping to, and knock on wood,
Okay, good.
we'll feel lucky to have the doctors that we have, but yeah,
Yeah.
and like you, we're very lucky to have the help, like with Natalie's mom and my parents, and we have some really great childcare. But yeah, we're always just like, even with one, honestly, it feels like a lot
Mhm.
on our end, and we're only getting busier, so it's always fascinating to hear your story.
Yeah, and I think at this age for them, like, they're 4 and 2, so, like, it's been okay that we've been out of state, but, like, for them, it's really hard to keep doing this for them too. Like, it's a sacrifice for them, like, to not go to school and to not be with their friends, and, they're very much isolated in Los Angeles because we don't have a community there,
Mhm.
really, and so it was a big sacrifice for them, so being home has been, like, incredible. Like, we haven't seen them in 4 hours because 'cause they've just been playing with
all
their
their
toys and
Yeah.
being in their normal
Oh,
habitat.
that's awesome. Tell us more about your app that you guys have going.
Yeah, so we just launched a dance training app, which is really exciting because it's very much a passion of mine. I grew up in an incredible community and environment where I had the best instructors, the best teachers. And I realized in my adult years, like, not everyone has that opportunity. So we wanted to make sure, like, people had dance training that was accessible and affordable. And it's just a really fun way for people to, like, get involved in a community. And I can give back to the dance community that's given me so much. And people have been really loving it. And it's been really exciting. And my brother and Carson have been really spearheading it. So we're very excited about it.
And I saw, did you bring on Jenna to like do a dance together? Like, or is that kind of, are you mixing a little bit of Dancing with the Stars in? I know you did some stuff with Danny on it.
Yeah, we actually
Jenna.
hired Jenna's niece, Haley.
Oh, fun. Yeah.
We hired her to do like some basic tutorials, and then we've also hired Ezra. He's been involved in it, and
The dance.
a few other coaches, and we had Danny Amendola do like a skill swap with me, which was really fun. Yeah, we're just trying to like involve all of my friends, and they've
love
been
it.
like incredible to like participate, and people have been really loving it, which is exciting.
And so for the people, like, whether you just want to like learn some basic dances, or you have a wedding coming up or something like that, or you want to do like a fun TikTok, like, is that kind of like the use case for other people who might be interested in using your app?
Exactly, yeah, like, we've kind of built it so anyone and everyone can use it, so there's things on there where if you're a professional dancer, you'll feel challenged, and also, like, if you've never danced before, you'll be able to go from the very beginning and learn the basics. There's also workouts on there, so it's very dance focused, but you definitely get a sweat and working out, and those have been really like well received. Like, people have loved those dance workouts, and then we've really just tried to make it a space for anyone and everyone to use, like, accessible in their home. So
Do your boys understand that you won the mirror ball? Like, do they know what that means? Have you been able to like break it down for them?
They know what it
Yeah.
means, but not the gravity of it,
yeah.
the
It was
importance.
kind of like if you hear mommy's name,
It's so
scream.
Yes.
normal to them for her to, be on TV and
Which is so
dance
interesting.
and
Yeah.
be in the audience live, but like they're always talking about the miracle.
Yeah, they were just playing pretend yesterday about getting a mirror ball trophy, and they were using Leo's little soccer trophy, and they were like, "I got the mirror ball trophy," and they were just like reenacting it all. So I think that they
That's so
realized that
cute.
I won, but they just don't. I mean, because each day it was so hard. Like, Natalie, you probably feel like the mom guilt, like, in like, I'm sure Nick, you do as well. But like, it's really hard to leave like every single day, and like towards the end,
Yeah.
like the last 3 weeks, like, they just were screaming for me to come back home
Yeah.
or to not leave, and like that just like broke me. Like, it hurt. It was so hard, and I just kept being like, I'm really trying to win, you guys. I'm trying to win. I'm almost done. And so they just kept hearing that, and like, obviously I don't want them to put focus on winning. Now I'm gonna just create monsters.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah,
In
no, it's
sports,
definitely
that's good.
a challenge as a mom, and I'm sure you know this. There's just like I don't know, maybe it's because River's so young, and maybe as
Yeah.
as River gets older and older, we have more and more of a bond, but I just see the bond that Natalie and River have, and then every day when Natalie has to leave River, it's just like it's just a little different than it hits with me. That the way River cries for her mom, and so I just have a ton of empathy and respect for you guys making it work. And it can't be easy. So credit to
Trust
both of
me,
you.
I'm essentially full-time dad when she's gone and doing all the work, and they couldn't care less if I left. But when mom leaves, it's
Something about
a serious
Something
pride.
about moms,
Something about moms.
So
And I'm in
We
the
just-
trenches, but that's all right.
that's okay.
We do it right.
Does River? This is totally random, but does she still breastfeed or anything, or no?
She doesn't. No.
No. Okay, yeah, because I was like, that's harder when it's like, and
my
also I
God,
feel
yeah.
like at two, they really realize that like you're gone, and they like start to be like, okay, I don't like that at all. Like my 4-year-old is a little bit better about it, but my 2-year-old is like, no, like you're not going anywhere.
No, yeah, when we're in LA, I come to the studio, I record twice a week, and we have our babysitter who comes to help us while I'm here. And as soon as she
Yeah.
walks in for like weeks straight, as soon as she'd walk in the door, River would be like, no!
Yep,
I'd be like,
they get that like
"I'm sorry."
attachment like at that age,
It
like
was like
really bad.
as soon as she sees her, she knows I'm
It's the
leaving.
trigger.
and
It's
it
for
was-
Oh,
sure.
no.
You know what?
Oh,
You know what happened over the weekend,
So
Carson?
hard.
I'm curious if this has ever happened to you. But River started saying, "Nick, Nick,
Oh!
Nick."
My
Listen to this. I
God.
have it on record.
Please, I have to
Oh
see
my
this.
gosh. More times than not, they call me Carson. Yeah, I'm like, I don't like the.
Right? The disrespect.
No, it's,
The disrespect.
That's
And like
crazy.
the CK pronunciation. She's like, Nick.
Nick. Oh my
putting
She
you
says
in
it just
your
like her
place.
mom. So clearly, Whitney's always Carson, Carson.
Yeah. Carson.
And
Oh
I'm
my
like,
gosh.
notice how I call you babe. So
That's her next one.
there you
I
go.
love it. Kids are the
So that
best.
happens to you too, Carson? Because this happened over the
Oh, yeah.
weekend, and I don't know how to feel about it.
No, I get Carson a lot, and it's different coming from a boy. I think it's a little more disrespectful. Wait a minute.
Like, I earned the dad.
I'm the dad.
I'm the
You're my
dad.
son. Like,
You
show me some
respect me.
respect.
Oh
No,
my
she would
God.
say it, and I would have to like not respond and wait for her to say dada.
Dada. Oh,
yeah.
that's cute. That's
Kids
I
are
like,
the
but you
best.
want your girls to be like a little sassy, like.
Oh,
come
She
on.
does call
One of my
Natalie
favorite.
mom.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
mom.
mom.
Just
Mother.
dropped mama. Yeah, literally.
Mom.
my maternal. Yeah. No, but she every time you ask her if she's okay, like if she'll have like a look on her face or if she's like kind of doing something, be like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" No. I'm like, honestly, me either.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Same girl.
my 2-year-old is so sassy too. Like he was humming something yesterday, and I was like, "Oh, that's such a cute song. What are you singing, bud?" And he's like, "Worry about yourself, mom."
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I'll worry about myself.
He's like,
Jeez.
I'm
I'm
trying to
like,
win a mirror
that
ball.
did not
right.
come from me.
Worry about yourself.
I know in a mirror bowl.
Yeah.
That is so funny.
Yeah, we joke our 4-year-old's gonna be like a philanthropist, and Jet, our youngest, is gonna be like Evil Knievel.
He's gonna be like
Very different.
MMA fighter.
Very,
Very different.
He's the one
Right,
who was in the video that you showed me where he like jumped off the counter, right? And it was
Yes.
like-
Oh, that, yeah.
We're very worried about
Which
him.
time? Which video is what we're
Exactly.
saying?
Wait, Carson, did you throw Whitney this like welcome home party, or your friends and family threw it? Like I just saw you had this massive party at your house when you got home.
Yeah, that was
so
me. That was
nice.
me. I threw it from afar. We had a planner, and she had a lot of friends that stepped up and helped out. But yeah, it's just a very small thing that I could do to show her appreciation. And
It was so sweet. Like I had no idea, and everyone was lined up in the driveway, and it was really cool to like have all the support and people, realizing how important it was to me, and just being able to celebrate with people back home and family and friends was like super special.
she, the show is, she works so hard for us, for her family, and the little bit of support that we can give her, we try to do something. Plus, could never happen again, so we got to just
I know.
milk it.
I'm like, at my
This could be it.
This could be it.
11 years, I don't know if we can do it.
Yeah.
We got to milk it.
Do you feel like, Whitney, that like the producers of the show, because like you said, a lot has to do with obviously the person you're partnered with, And, you
for
know,
sure.
obviously you and Robert worked so hard. This was certainly a mirror ball that you guys very much earned, especially like, I think, you
Thank
know,
you.
people need to recognize the competition you guys had. Certainly Robert came in as a fan
Yeah.
favorite, but this was a stacked
Yeah.
lineup. But that all being said, do you suspect like producers will like maybe next few seasons pair you with someone who it might be like a slightly harder lift, no pun intended, to like win, you know, given or do you know, or do they tell you, or how do you feel like producers go about making those matches?
I think the producers and Dina, the cast director, is they're very smart in who they pair people with, and they're very good at it. But they try to make it as fair as possible, right? Like they're all about fairness. I've come to learn like over the years, like even with all of the votes and the judging and like everything, they try to make everything very fair, even though it might not like seem that way. But behind the scenes, they really try and make it
Not to play
a level
favoritism.
exactly, not to play favoritism, especially with the pros. So, you know, like so for instance, Jenna won with Joey, and she was paired with Corey this season. So, you know, the I don't think that they would give me a winner per se next season. And I think you can tell, I mean, just by popularity, if a celebrity is going to be good in that realm, but they never know if they can dance. So, like, they didn't know if Robert could dance at all. Like, they just thought our personalities would go well together. And, you know, obviously with his story, that was really great too. But they just never really know if people can actually dance until you get into it.
He
So,
certainly danced.
I mean, I
Oh,
feel
yeah.
like his mom, Terry, she's got to be casted next season. It like only makes
I
sense.
know
Oh.
she has to be, but I don't think she will.
Let it breathe for maybe like a year or two.
Maybe.
I know you guys have to
I-
get going. We really appreciate you guys taking the time. But one more question I have for you, Whitney. Obviously, some of your fan favorites, like the Huff family, you know, fan favorites, they are now like judges and hosts of the
Mhm.
show. You have been a professional on the show for over a decade now. Do you enjoy the dancing aspect, or do you ever want to maybe be like a judge on the show, or would you ever host, or, you know, what are some of your dreams around the show, or are you content to where you're at?
Yeah, I mean, yes, thank you for putting a timestamp on that. I feel so old now. I'm like, I'm the oldest one on
You've
the
been
show
around
right now.
forever.
You've been around for a decade. Okay. No, but it's true. I've done it for a really long time. And I think I'm really at this point where I do see myself kind of what else? What else can I offer? Because I think as a dancer, like that longevity is very limited. Like my body and, you know, I want to have more babies. And so what does that look like realistically for me to keep competing the way that I am? And I don't know how realistic it is for very much longer. So now I'm really starting to see, you know, am I interested in judging or hosting? Would that be something that excites me? And I think I love the show so much. I just love like what it represents, the positivity and the joy and everything that it represents. I would love to see if there's any other roles that I could fulfill within Dancing with the Stars or within that family of the show. So I would be very much interested in being a judge or a host. And I think just, you know, we'll have to see where the cards fall on that one.
Well, from one host to another, I think you would be excellent. Also, I feel like you would make. I feel like you could be like. Well, I know Carrie Ann gets a lot of heat, but I think you give good feedback, and I think you have this very sweet demeanor. And I'd love to see you give like the more direct feedback in a way, and I think it'd really surprise people, like a little Simon Cowell.
Ooh.
I think it'd be great. So,
That would be really fun.
Dina, if you're listening,
Dina,
Shout out.
I know. Seriously. Thanks, you guys. You guys are the best.
well,
Thanks
we
so
love
much
you
for
guys. Really
coming.
appreciate you taking the time. Congratulations to both of you. Obviously, you, Whitney, but
Thank
you,
you.
Carson, being the supportive partner that you are. Obviously, a
Yes.
team
Carry the
effort.
team.
We can't say enough about you guys. And just have a great
Thanks.
holiday season. Congratulations. And then
Thank
where
you.
can people find the app? Anywhere you download the app, the Google Play Store or Apple?
Yep. Google Play, Apple. It's all there. It's
Yep.
a great app.
It's called Finesse.
Oh, and how do you spell it? Just because I can't spell.
FINESSE. Finesse.
How you would
That's how
spell
you
I don't
finesse.
know. Like some people, it's like
okay.
it's like finesse with a C. I don't know.
I just, yeah, it's fair. It's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be honest, I was a little scared to spell it.
I'm the worst.
He's got-
You're like, you got
and
it,
now
Whitney.
Nick's scared.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, I better not tread there.
It is embarrassing when I try to look
Listen,
up
I'm-
people on Instagram or on apps, and they're like, "Yeah, we have no
You're
idea
like-
what you're trying to spell."
Yeah.
Like,
I love
This
it.
person
You
does
guys
not
have
exist.
the best
We
Christmas.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
you
Y'all
too. Take care,
See you
guys.
guys.
Congratulations.
Bye. Take care. Thank you.
All right, bye
Bye.
bye.
So
Super fun.
nice.
Super cute. We
So
love them.
sweet.
So supportive.
Ugh,
Goals.
Yeah.
goals.
All right, well, we got some housewives and some Southern charm to get into, and that is up next. We are constantly on the go, and that can be exhausting if you know what we are talking about. But thanks to Symbiotica, we know that we will stay consistent when it comes to our supplements.
Symbiotica is one of the most trustworthy brands out there. They never compromise on quality and sourcing. Their products are free from seed oils, preservatives, toxins, or artificial additives. It's something you can taste and feel in every packet. They're so easy to stay on your routine. Like Nick was saying, we're constantly on the go. It's hard to pack all your vitamins and your this and your that and like make sure you're staying on your routine and your schedule. But with Symbiotica, they're so easy to just throw in your purse, throw in your bag. Takes 30 seconds a day to get the nutrients that you need. They're also fun. They're in these little packets. You just like slurp them up and they taste really good. The one that I've been loving recently is the liquid colostrum. It's supporting hair, skin, nails, helps maintain a healthy gut lining and supports a healthy immune system.
The liposomal vitamin C is also a part of our daily routine. And with cold and flu season upon us, we are taking it every day. And we have, knock on wood, been staying healthy since. So if you are looking for high quality supplements, look no further than Symbiotica.
Go to symbiotica.com/VIALL to get 20% off plus free shipping. That's CYMBIOTIKA.com/VIALL for 20% off plus free shipping. You know that feeling when your favorite store has a sale? With Rakuten, you can stack cash back on top of those deals. Savings on savings from fashion and beauty to home goods and travel. Rakuten helps you earn while you shop, especially during the holidays. Rakuten is a great way to save money when you shop because you earn cash back at all of your favorite stores. It's especially good over the holidays because you can stack cash back on top of the holiday sales to maximize your savings. If your favorite store is having a sale for 20% off, Rakuten has 15% cash back. You can stack the two deals together to maximize your savings.
Stores will be at the highest cashback rates of the year with the best sales.
Keep an eye out for Rakuten's weekly big deal reveals, where one great store offers epically high cash back for one day only. Membership is free and super easy to sign up. You can go to Rakuten.com, download the app, or install the browser extension.
Join today for a new member welcome bonus after minimum qualifying purchases. Terms and conditions apply.
Nick, I love your jeans.
Love
thank
your
you, Mary.
jeans.
Whoa. Whoa. Oh my God. Everyone's always confusing
You're
beautiful
cute
people,
jeans.
you know, just
Literally.
Cute
People
jeans.
always confuse us.
I know. It's crazy. It gets
Yeah.
really annoying.
No, whenever we're out at these like events that you're sending us to, people are always
Yeah.
like, wait, Mary? I mean,
Susie?
Yeah.
Sorry. You
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
thank you for the
Yeah.
compliment. I got them from Bachelor fan favorite, friend of Ashley and Jared in Rhode Island. She has a I think, or maybe it's not. I don't know. Maybe
It does well. She's got a cool TikTok series about it.
yeah, her thrift store.
Yeah.
Of all the vintage Levi jeans I have purchased, these have held up the best.
There's a hole in the back,
Nice.
though,
Where?
They're vintage.
right on his pocket.
That's
okay, I was
kind
gonna
of
say, like
That-
booty
it's like
hole.
it's kind of like yeah. You can kind of he wore them on Thanksgiving, and my sister was like, "Oh my God, he's a hole in his butt."
I don't really.
Oh, I
know
see. I see
Thanksgiving.
panties.
Oh.
Just fingered his butthole.
a little slutty. You
That's
guys actually,
crazy.
I recently inherited like the perfect denim jacket, and I'm super excited about it. But now I'm looking for the perfect pair of denim jeans
You
to
know where you
match,
need to
and it's
go?
really hard.
You know where
Where?
you need to go?
Where?
On Abbott Kinney
Yeah.
in Venice.
Uh-huh.
There is a store. Don't know the name of it. Very sorry, but it's on Abbott Kinney, kind of close to like the end
Mm-hmm.
of it,
Okay.
Near Felix.
near
Near
Felix.
Felix.
That
If you're
Okay.
facing the
and it's
ocean
this
to the right.
guy who has thousands, hundreds of thousands of
Hundreds of thousands.
so many vintage Levi jeans.
Okay.
And he will like tailor them to you.
Oh,
like he's
wow.
Okay.
he's like giving you 100 to try on. He's like, no, okay, you need this type. All right. He's like a magician. It's crazy.
Is
You
it
need to go there.
reasonably priced?
No.
Okay.
Of course not.
Well, no, it's vintage Levi's.
Custom.
Yeah.
It's custom
You'll never pay so
Levi.
much for old.
For
Yeah.
$60
$60
old
jeans.
smelly jeans that have
Alright.
holes all in them.
But with
and
a
are falling
specific
apart.
need like that for your jean jacket,
But I do
Yeah.
it
think
might
that's
be worth the
place.
splurge.
Like
Okay.
so many shade washes. So
Okay.
many-
Who needs to pay rent? I'm literally just gonna buy a new pair of jeans.
Literally.
Exactly.
Ah.
I went to Frame to try on. We were in New York and popped into Frame. And I was like, oh, these are like really cute jeans. Like, I wonder like what size. I don't really wear Frame jeans. So I'm like asking the girl, like, oh, how do they fit? She's like, they're super low rise. So she's like, actually, let me just unbutton your jacket. Let me just see if you don't mind. And I'm
Bold.
like, oh, okay. I'm like, well, I'm wearing like big sweaters. So, like a lot of layers right now. And she's like, oh, let me just see. So I like undo my jacket. I'm like showing her my waist.
Couldn't be me.
Very vulnerable in the front of this Frame
Yeah.
store.
Buy me dinner first.
Literally. She's like, oh, yeah, you're definitely a 26. I'm like, really?
Period.
I've never been a 26.
Literally.
So, slay. I'm skinny.
Right.
And she's like, I'll give you a 25 and a 26 to take to the dressing room.
Not the 25.
Literally. She's like, because they're low rise, you know. And I'm like,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
going
yeah.
around the widest
No,
part of my
literally, I'm
body.
like,
You'll be wearing them
the
on your
math
knees.
isn't mathing.
Right.
But I'm following you because you're calling me skinny. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I love what you're doing. I'm going to take the 25 and I'll try it on first.
This is sales.
Yeah. So I go into the dressing room. The 25 and 26 don't go above my knees. And I'm like, okay,
That's a good sign for everything else, though. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
for sure.
Like, I bet you're happy about that.
I have to do a crack of the door, you know, and I'm like, do you have a 20? And she's like, the 26 didn't work. I'm like, no.
You know what I want to
If
do?
it did, I wouldn't be asking for 27.
I want to stand here and talk to you about how it didn't work. That's what I want to do right,
I
now.
want to explain to you how it doesn't fit.
Yeah.
Oh, it didn't work is crazy. Oh,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
didn't work.
It didn't
Yeah.
work.
Mm.
Oh,
27. So she gets me the
Trice.
27. 27, also a no. And I'm like, maybe we just jump ship and try 29. I'd like to just go up 2 sizes. I already know where this is heading.
Yeah.
She's like, ugh, I gotta go downstairs. I gotta look.
Oh,
They keep the
no.
29s
She's
downstairs.
like,
Oh my God.
29s. The big girls' jeans are definitely in the basement. So let me go get those. I'll be back. And 29s fit perfect. And I'm like, I'll be checking out with these. And I was like, I'll do the leather pants also in a 29. I was like, I don't need to
Try
I'll just
them
like
on.
order them. Yeah. Like
yeah.
they're the same fit. I'll just do 29. She's like, okay, your total's gonna be 2,000. I'm like, 2,000? I'm sorry, how much were the leather jeans? She's like, the leather jeans were $19.95. And I'm like, oh, no, I'm so sorry. I will pass. I'm just gonna go with the denim. I don't need the leather.
Yeah.
Good on
You're
you.
so, look at you.
I was gonna
She's
say-
frugal.
And
Yeah,
you
she's
keep
got a
you keep a
fat
positive
ass.
disposition.
Badass.
If somebody sat there and put me through that experience, I'd be like, "Fuck your store. I'm not buying shit."
No.
Well, the jeans look great and your ass looks amazing.
Oh my God.
I've been staring at it all day. Like
You
every
know-
time you've stood up, I've taken a peek.
It's how we met.
Okay, fair.
Oh my God, thank you.
You know, Natalie, you know what your ass would also look great in?
What's that?
Rag and bone pants, just like Kathy Hilton pulled out in The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Yes.
There is
She
also a
did.
rug about on Abbott Kinney.
Mhm.
Is there? Maybe I'll check it out.
Not even a sponsor. Yeah.
Well, if you don't know what Mary's talking about with Kathy Hilton and Rag and Bone Jeans, here's a rapid recap of the most recent episode, the premiere of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. We're back, hoes, fake Hermes bags and all. Bose and Dorit are capital O, capital B, official besties. Also, PK is full separated sweatsuit slut mode. The girls are furious. And Kyle is over Mo being a hoe, allegedly. Her daughters, however, not as much so. Then we've got the new housewife, Rachel Zoe. She is successful, separated, and serving. A perfect introduction. No notes. Sutton and her mom, Reba, not McIntyre, are cool now, but Sutton and Avi, not so much. He got fired. Womp womp. Sutton is also very sad about Garcelle left the show because she can't possibly understand what went wrong in their friendship. She threw her under the bus for Kyle Richards, if anyone forgot so quickly. Also, Tom Girardi went to jail, but nevertheless, Erica persisted in a hot-ass corset. To sum it all up, so far, the dynamics this season stand like this. Kyle and Dorit are at least faking their friendship well. Everyone is on edge with Sutton as per usual. Kathy is kooky, Bose is eating, and Rachel Zoe wants all of her fellow divorcees to have a hot girl summer. Girls, gays, theys, and performative straight men, the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills have returned.
It's back. I will say one thing for Kyle Richards. She made me want to have like an army of children, preferably daughters.
I know.
I thought that was so wholesome. Them sitting around being like, yeah, dad's a hoe. But no, I told him, I called him and said, don't you like, and I was like, that must be so nice. Like after like raising kids and being like
Yeah.
through all of their formative years to be like, not only are they all like headstrong women, but then it was also just like she has like a little pack that is always going to have her back.
Yeah.
I also just appreciate it's the most meaningful conversation we got out of that divorce in 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Truly.
Yeah.
You know,
Truly. And then like it's so crazy seeing Portia so grown up. Like
Mhm.
every time I look at Portia, I just see her as like 5-year-old Portia.
Literally.
It's so
I kept
crazy.
having to go like, wait, what? And then she would confirm it being like, Portia, da da da. And I was just like, that's not Portia. Portia is a baby.
But her talking about like her therapy and like what she's learned, and I'm like,
How she
you are
used
so
to.
grown, and it truly does show just like how well of women that Kyle and Mauricio have raised, and
Mhm.
like it's just it makes me want to have an army of girls too.
Yeah. Like that was just so cute. And she's planning one of them's planning her wedding and was like, I want live butterflies. And she's like, I don't know if we can hire. I don't know. There's just something
Yeah.
so cute and wholesome, like watching like Kyle like planning one of her daughter's first weddings, you know?
Yeah.
That sounded weird. Not her first wedding, but you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
the
the first
first
daughter
daughter's
getting
wedding.
married.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
It
Totally.
kind of reminded me a little bit of just like old Beverly Hills, just a bit, where it was kind of this episode was kind of just like a vibe check.
Yeah.
Nothing much happened, but I was locked in. It felt really nice to be back with the girls.
is this gonna be a really tough season for Sutton?
Yeah.
Is it? I thought it
seems
was.
it might be.
I thought everyone was like, oh, she was able to connect with the women more because Garcelle
Sutton said
wasn't
that.
here.
I feel like everyone's just kind of always a little on edge with Sutton because of the way she's moved in previous seasons.
Sutton's always on edge with Sutton.
Yeah.
Well, I just, the typical playbook is usually like give the new housewife a hard time and have like initiation.
Mhm.
It's hard to see them do that with Rachel Zoe. She's such an established Bravo brand and just an established person in reality TV and in her career. And she's got the kind of Kathy Hilton stamp of approval, you know? I just I just don't see Rachel having a target on her back.
Rachel's not. We have a new housewife who has a mugshot. And she is going at it with Kyle, with a lot of them that they're like out in the street fighting with her. So
Maybe she has a
Whoa,
mugshot, like
what-
literally.
yeah.
like she literally has like a mugshot.
Like she got arrested?
yeah, like she got arrested.
For
like
what?
Oh my God.
that's why the whole thing is like them yelling at her, being like, "You're not being honest with who you are." And I don't know who this person is.
If you
but
had a
doesn't have a
mugshot, would
past?
you put that as your profile pic?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
Definitely lead with that
Yeah.
if
Like,
you're
if
going to
you
go on
beat it?
reality
Yeah.
TV.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
you served your time.
Yeah.
if you're going on reality TV,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Mhm.
I thought about this the other day, and like, unless it was something like crazy, I was like, I would definitely lean in and like, I would want to go viral. I would be like, I would want to be one of those people that like,
Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, I
You
would
know?
want it on t-shirts.
yeah,
Yeah.
Well,
I
that was
would
like
want it everywhere.
But even then, I think that that's kind of something that sets people apart where Monica Garcia, gonna say it again, but I'm like, there is nothing more refreshing than watching this housewife be like, well, here's every skeleton in my closet from the moment that you met me, that it's like, you can't pull something on me. I'm already putting it all out on the table. And that's what I want to see from my housewives.
I'm messy and I know it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I did feel like the Dorit Sutton at Kyle's like summer soiree party felt a little performative of just Dorit being like, sorry, who's Sutton? Sutton who? It's like, let's just start off new season, let's just. And then, of course, as soon as Sutton walked in, she's like, oh, I love that color green.
Hi.
I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah.
I thought you didn't know her last name. Wait, I thought we were being shady.
And they did kind of like make up, but that's the problem with Dorit is
Yeah.
that it's just like she won't accept the apology without a follow-up sentence, which therefore sparks a whole new like rumble. And we don't need that. Where she was like, oh, she's trying to touch me. What is this? And it's just like, oh, just shake her hand and call it a day.
Yeah, speaking of Dorit, where did we leave off with Dorit and Kyle? I forget. Are they cool? Are they not?
think they're
or
fine.
they're fine, allegedly, until they're not again?
Kyle said that she needs to spend more like one-on-one time with her. But
the are you still talking to PK? That sounded like a yes, but on the closed captions it was a no, and she was like,
she
And then
said-
there was like dramatic music.
Yeah.
After.
No,
Like,
no,
so
it was
did
like,
she say
have you
yeah?
cut things off with PK?
And she
was
goes,
like,
no.
She's like, no.
yeah, like it was like a weird like
Like a-
look. And she was just like, mhm.
No, it was, have you been talking to him? She's like, I don't know what's going on with him. And then they were like, well, have you cut things off with him? And she was like, no. Yeah. Classic Kyle Richards.
This episode made me really, one, grateful that we are at the place that we're at, and just really want to avoid any chance that I, in my later years, Mauricio
Oh,
and
yeah.
PK's old man
Mm.
fuckboy era,
Oh, yeah.
really want to
Yeah.
avoid that.
Yeah.
It doesn't,
Doesn't
In the
play
nicest way.
well.
By all means, you have your fun. But I'm like, yes, exactly. From an outside
like the
perspective,
sexy
it's like,
photo shoot, like when I was The Bachelor, that was fun. It was like People Magazine just being like, all right, okay, I can do this.
I just do an extra button.
I don't need to do like hoodie, unzipped,
No,
shirtless.
the photo of him lifting the woman at the valet.
I know.
I'm like,
That's
come
tough.
on, Mauricio.
My favorite
like-
was it was a private moment, and the daughter being like, "You thought the valet was private?"
I know.
was-
I love them. They're
the
so
valet is
iconic.
like the most not private.
Not at all,
Right.
especially outside of a
That's
chateau,
where you go.
outside of
Yeah.
a Craig's.
That is where the paparazzi
That's
hang
100%.
out.
People are pulling up to park. It's very heavy traffic.
And if it's
there.
cold outside, they'll stay in their car and get you from with a wide angle lens. So like, you need to calm down, sir.
It was fun to really finally get the daughters roasting him, because if
Amazing.
that was my dad, I would throw rocks. I would be so disgusted and just cringed at. Like, of course he's single, he can do whatever he wants. Blah blah blah. I don't want to see my dad fucking. That's
Respect my mom.
crazy.
Do
Yeah.
we think? I know Erica talks about it, like getting the closure from Tom.
Right.
She's like, I could say goodbye, but yeah.
She's like, yeah, Mom. I wonder how big of a voice that is in her head of like, should I go and visit him once? Because that video of him leaving the courthouse.
I haven't seen it, and I'm not really familiar, but it honestly, hearing her talk about it, I was like, oh, I can tell there's like some unresolved.
I mean, there's just no way that man is not passing away in prison.
Well,
Like,
if you believe her
no.
side of the story, why would you want? She has a lot of people doubting her and her credibility and her involvement in this story. And Tom Girardi very much like ruined a lot of aspects of Erica's life. So if you believe Erica's version of the story, then I would be like, I'm done with that man. He's done nothing but make her have to defend her character and her whether she knew or didn't know. And
But I feel like if she had any existing questions, like watching that video of him leave the courthouse, her saying like he looked vacant. He did. Like he looked so old. They're all like trying to help him down the stairs and he's like shooing everyone off of him. And he just looks like cold and mean and old. And like seeing that would make me be like, oh my God, I like don't have long. Like if I have questions, I have to at least try.
Right. I feel like that's the logical side of what you said, and that's the emotional side. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, logically, you're like, yeah, you messed my life up. But then it's like, yeah, but we all have that inner, I don't know, feeling.
Well, they were like also together for like what 20 something years, and he like helped raise her son. Like she wouldn't be Erica Jane without his support. So it's kind of one of those things where I'm sure it's got to be really hard for her going back and forth because yes, with all the legal stuff, put her in a really bad situation. The earrings, the whole thing, having to answer for victims and her not even knowing what all the crimes actually were. However, I'm like, there also is the previous 20 years where it's like you guys were married. He did give you everything that you never had. You would never have a pop career or, you know, be expensive to be me, Erica Jane, without Tom Girardi. So I do think that there's probably an inner battle where it's like you owe a lot. Like you wouldn't be a housewife without Tom. So I'm like, it's kind of like... You know what I mean? Where I'm like, I would feel a little bit like I should go check on him in the sense that it's just like, I don't know, it's like paying my last respect, but like obviously it's a bad look in the sense of what has been out there about their relationship and what he put her through.
Southern Charm is a hoot.
fun.
Another thing I don't want to do is argue with my male friends on camera at this age in my life
Oh,
about being jealous.
while dressed up as Hermione Granger.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Was Craig drunk?
Wow.
Yes, Craig's drinking. That's kind of like
Yeah.
that's kind of one of the big things that people are talking about because people on Southern Charm actually the show isn't really addressing it, but the whole thing last season was Craig confessed that he had an issue with drinking, that his anger issues also stemmed from that, and that he was going to take a step back, and that he was upset with his friends for pressuring him or making him feel bad for choosing to be sober. This season, he's mixing shots with his hands and the whole thing, and we're just not talking about it at all because he's single guy Craig again.
Oh, let's get a rapid recap.
We got a rapid recap. Charlie's mom wanted to make sure she was pleasant and interesting at Sally's singles party, and she was to everyone except Sally. Molly doesn't like the way Sally is moving, and for the record, neither does Vanita, but they're all still friends in the Southern way, secretly hate each other, but staying polite. Mrs. Pat reveals herself to be an iPad kid who can't use an iPad, also R.I.P. Chauncey. Austin is becoming a cat dad. Craig is trying to make money moves on Charlie, but also playing the long game. Real. Shep is still down bad, even though she doesn't like him. Also real. Craig then had to ask ChatGPT which literary figure he should dress as. The answer, Dorian Gray, who is in fact from 50 Shades of Grey. And if your high school English teacher says different, they're wrong. Because ChatGPT and Craig Conover said so. Molly dressed up as Gandalf for the literary party and doesn't understand why guys don't want to smash. Girly, you're choosing funny over hot, which is great and gorge, however, two different things, and that's okay. Sally is dressed up as Kissin' Kate Barlow from Holes, which seems like it should be illegal. Madison is, of course, famous author Shep Rose. Austin gets mad that Craig is 30, flirty, and thriving. Then Craig goes nuclear and says Austin is miserable and jealous of his hot girl lifestyle. And that was it.
Can I say, I yelled at my TV, but it wasn't for the moments that you think it would be. I was so frustrated with Miss Pat and her
iPad.
Yeah, her
iPad.
guy where they were like,
iPad.
okay, so first you're gonna open up Facebook. Do you know your password inside? I was like, no,
Yeah.
stop.
Well, he said FaceTime, and then he goes to Facebook. I was like, all right, this is going.
Nope.
And then how it's
blind
like-
leading the blind.
and
Just
then
make the
how-
martini. You're so good at that.
Yeah.
And he's like, I found your phone on a tray of snacks.
I was like, this is what I have to look forward to later on in life.
Okay, shout out Madison and Shep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3-point. How much of the crushing
9.
line?
Yeah.
Wow. That's-
Yeah, crushing.
Good
I
for
mean,
them.
I know that looked like a full-on compound and they were outside. I was like, is that another building attached to this building?
It did.
Yeah.
It did. And
Yeah.
I'm thank God Shep is out of his little townhouse and borrowing his parents' furniture because I'm sure it's a
Yeah.
lot nicer than whatever.
Oh, they were like vintage Ralph Lauren. I was like, can I take a walk in there?
Yeah,
Can
can
I walk
I
through?
do a lap?
Yeah.
It looked
Walk-
kind of fun.
Literally.
Watching
Yeah.
Rodrigo try to do interior design for Shep was really, really funny.
The painting of Shep as a young boy.
Yes.
And then the dad
Oh
goes,
my
this
God.
is a beautiful painting.
Sometimes I forget that he really is like old money like
Yeah.
that. And then I see a picture like that and I'm like,
Yeah, if
Yeah.
your parents could afford to have you painted as
Oil
a child,
painted.
oil
Oil
painted,
painted.
you
That's different.
came from money.
Yeah.
I love the callback of Craig calling Madison white trash right after she
Trash
purchased-
can.
Trash can.
Your
Yeah.
The trash can.
Yes.
yeah, trash can.
Fast forward, $3 million house.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Also, not Austin being like, I have FOMO over your single lifestyle
With a
and
girlfriend.
like,
And
Yeah.
then denying
and then
it.
being like, I never said such a thing.
Yeah.
Austin's being messy.
Not making Craig not only like the voice of reason, but when he was like, yeah, like, you're gonna get so many girls dressed like that. I won't get any dressed like this. And he was like, because you have a girlfriend, Austin.
Yeah.
Crazy. I just think stop wasting girls' time. Like, that's my hot take of the day. You know what I mean? Like, if you know that you want to be single, just be single. That's totally cool.
I wonder if Audrey has any thoughts since watching.
I think that would be really rough because I know
Let's
that
get
they
her
broke
on.
up before it premiered, but like they were together throughout that entire season.
Because
So
he hated her.
that's what I'm saying. Like I can
Yeah.
imagine.
It's saying, I really hate this relationship.
He loves the
Right.
fact that they don't see each other.
You made me
Loves
buy
long
2
distance.
cats.
Yeah.
Wait,
When
Craig.
somebody likes distance that much, I'm like, well,
This whole
okay.
thing, we're 3 episodes in?
Yeah.
And it's just Austin having like hives over being in a relationship.
Yeah.
Mm.
I would be like so heartbroken, like even like twice over. Like I'm coming to Charleston just to have words with you because like that's disgusting.
Yeah.
You were literally like fawning over. He was like foaming at the mouth at Charlie episode 2. And then this one, it's just like, yeah, well, you know, like I don't really like enjoy having her and talking to Craig. Like you're jealous of Craig being able to hit on hot girls. Like the whole thing where I'm like, that's just like every girlfriend's nightmare.
No,
Yeah.
when Craig is sitting there and they're at that coffee shop after they went cat shopping or whatever, and he's like, yeah, you know, I'm just really enjoying like being able to make out with like someone if I want to make out with someone guilt free. And Austin's like, well, which one would have made out with? It's like he's like, and like,
He's
what
picturing
did their
it.
lips taste
Yeah.
like?
Yeah.
What did they smell like?
Yeah, do you think it was
What
like
was she
a
wearing?
minty
What was she
gloss, a
wearing?
fruity gloss?
Yeah.
Like, what are we thinking?
It's like he's
she in a
way
bikini?
too curious
Yeah.
about what's going on.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Craig just wants to be in a relationship.
Right? Isn't that kind of the
Just wants
saddest,
to
like
be in
cutest
love.
part?
Mhm.
Him
Does
also
he?
trying to explain who he is to Charlie. Or to everyone at the party, Craig. And then when
Oh,
Charlie
that was
comes in
awesome.
and he's like, she's
I'm-
like, oh yeah, I know who you are. He's like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm Rufio.
You know he was
Also-
so proud. I mean, first of all, I've seen Hook, love the movie, very much know Rufio,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm old and like you know, like Craig, and like Craig went into this party being like, I got the best.
I fucking
I
nailed
nailed
it.
this
Yeah.
shit because he did. I mean, relative to the actual character,
I
really
mean-
good costume, but it's too niche. And when
It's
the
not
way he had to
niche.
explain his
way too niche.
it's way too niche.
That's the movie,
Mary.
the famous movie Hook.
Hook is one of many movies about Peter Pan, famously known for Hook. It's old. I'm sorry. Listen, I love it. It's a core part of my
ChatGPT
childhood.
said Gay Gatsby. He should have been Gay Gatsby.
Sally had
Gay
to explain what
Gatsby.
holes was.
Gay Gatsby. He should have been. He should have been Gay Gatsby. My
crazy.
Okay, here's my favorite part of this: is that Hook, famously a movie, not a book. So he chose a character that's from a movie adaptation of a book, not from the actual book in a literary figures party,
Wait, that's
after asking
hysterical.
ChatGPT who he should be and thinking Dorian Gray from the Oscar Wilde novel was.
It's niche
No.
because he looked like Rufio, but it
Mhm.
is it's not a character that's in all the Peter Pans. It's one character out of an adaptation of a
Also-
book, and he looked like he could have been any
He looks
member of any hair band ever,
No, also,
which is also a very popular Halloween costume.
I love how he thought Dorian Gray was from 50 Shades of Grey because the actor's name is Dorian, but the character is Christian Grey.
I also love that he was so flattered because the way he asked,
He's like, oh my
knowing
God.
everything you know about me,
Yeah.
who should
our
I be?
relationship.
Yeah. And it's like a kinky guy. Like that's
It's like, hell yeah.
yeah. You guys heard that? Yeah.
But
like
then
a hot
Shades of
guy with
Grey.
a little bit of a sex problem.
Yeah,
but he's kind
exactly.
of also hot.
With
Yeah.
a red room.
Right.
ChatGPT's
Who, me?
Yeah.
actual answer is like a man that's dying from the inside because he can't reach love.
And
like,
you know,
that's what
Austin-
Dorian Gray.
You know, Austin felt so like superior in that moment. He's like, "Oh my God, you think Dorian Gray 50 Shades of Grey? No, it's from."
Couldn't tell you.
Couldn't
I
tell you.
can't help you here.
I think there is when I watch these shows of these three men being like the staples of this show, they've been around for so long. They're professionals at their craft. Are they leaning in? Is it fake? Are they just doing it for the plot? But when I was at BravoCon and we had the pleasure of running into Craig and we had the pleasure of running into Austin, when I talked to Austin, trying to convince him to podcast, Craig got brought up and he responded in a way where they were not on the same page. Almost as if like, oh, well, if Craig's doing it, then, it was interesting. It felt like there was a little bit of animosity between the boys, and in a way that like they're not keeping this up for me.
Yeah.
No.
It's not a bit.
It does seem like a real friendship in the way that like it goes in peaks and valleys, and you see them like actively try to work on it, but then you see them just like butt heads and fight like brothers, but then they eventually like have a lunch or a dinner and talk about it and kind of have a come together, and then they're okay, and then a couple episodes later they fight again. It's kind of like what feels like a real friendship in that sense.
It doesn't seem like Shep really cares. He's got his hats. He's fine.
He's got his
But do you-
hats.
with Craig being kind of the unofficial heartthrob of Bravo, do you think there's a little jealousy
Of
by
course.
any other men?
Of course.
Yeah,
I was like,
100%.
when Shep started the show, like he was like the lover boy around town. Like, you know what I mean? Just like different girl every night, pulling left and right. Then it was like Craig kind of came into his own after a couple of years. When Austin was brought in, it was Shep against Austin.
Mhm.
And then now it's like Craig is the superior guy on that thing. And I think Shep is just like,
Craig is the number one guy.
Shep knows his role
Craig is the
now,
number
but
one
he
guy in
hates
the group.
it. I feel like.
You
Shep
think
is-
Shep hates it?
Yeah, like I think that if Shep were the heartthrob, like he would love that. He would love that for him.
He hides it well.
You can't
Yeah.
keep it up forever though.
Would you guys say that Shep is unk?
Unk.
They're chopped, they're cooked, they're unk.
I would say yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Is he
yeah.
also 6'7"?
Much love to Shep.
Yeah.
I'm excited for
Unc
Craig
Shep.
to get married
For Craig to get married.
someday. I think he's earnest and sincere in his like desire to be in a committed relationship. I think he really enjoys it. don't
I
think-
really relate to Shep,
Austin,
for the
maybe,
record.
I have FOMO of you being single, and he's like, I don't want to be single. I
Yeah.
want to be in a relationship.
Yeah, he's
Really
like this
bad.
again. I mean, I guess I get to make out. It's kind of fun, but oh god,
Ugh.
It is kind of a thrill though when you like get back out there. I feel like when like I know Craig probably does ultimately want that, but it's like kind of fun. You know what I mean? He's got Sally, he's got Charlie, like two baddies right there. He's like I'm already seeing it develop. I'm like it's kind of a good time.
Yeah, I
Can't be
do
that
feel
bad.
like Craig should stop complaining about having two baddies chasing after
No,
him.
literally
Like,
fighting over him.
Okay.
What I'm curious about though, especially for like Charlie being the new girl, right? Like Sally's been around, has seen this stuff, like where I'm like, I think for me it would be very jarring being the new person and then watching a fight between Austin and Craig break out in the middle of a party with like cameras surrounding and being like,
yeah.
is this normal?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, Craig's obviously going out of his way to pursue Charlie, showing up at her place of work, needing a painting of a tiger. Yeah, I think if I saw a guy that I could possibly be interested in getting into like a full-blown argument, like baddies argument with another dude and storming off, I'd kind of be like, huh.
Yeah.
It does seem pretty obvious that Austin is like a he like
Pokes the
Oh,
bear.
he loves the side comments.
nags. Yeah,
from the
like he
sidelines.
just yeah, and even when I think it was when Charlie and Craig were talking, and you could see Austin and Madison in the background,
Mm-hmm.
clearly talking about Craig, and he was like, I know they're talking about me.
Mm.
Yeah.
And like I can hear, and it's like, and he constantly like, oh, you have her in your hot tub till 4 a.m.
Right.
It's like, and then to have known that conversation happen prior, where like you told me you were jealous that I was single and like you wanted to be single, it's like, yeah. I kind of wish in that moment Craig would have been like, dude, we're filming.
Yeah.
It's on camera.
Yeah.
Right.
Play it back.
Well, and I
Play
think
it back.
Austin in his mind said, I never said I was jealous of you. I would never say I'm jealous of you. Where it's like the subtext of what you said is I am jealous. I don't get to make out with as many girls as I want to.
Yep.
I would love to get the ex's perspective as to why she left Whitner.
Yeah.
Because I was like, that was so one-sided that it was just like, oh,
She's like, I
one
tried
day.
everything, therapy, everything. And
Yeah.
then she just like pieced out.
And she just said no. I was like, then whatever you did must be that bad.
Yeah.
That she was like, I don't want to even sit and
She
talk
could
about
have just like
it.
not liked him. She could have been like, listen, I
Yeah,
don't.
but there's usually like a build up where I'm like, there's a list. There's something that's happening that's building up that's like, I actually can't fuck with you at all. That I like, even therapy cannot save us. Like, that's
Now I wanna
intense. Now I want to
I
know.
wanna
to know.
Yeah.
She found something.
Maybe.
Do you know how sometimes you see your shadow self in reality TV? I see it in Molly dressing up as Gandalf,
Yeah.
being like, "Why does no one want to fuck me right now?"
It's so fair.
It's so, and I saw her in that moment, and I was like, "This is what I sound like to all of my friends." I mean, like,
You shall not pass.
it's so like you're just like doing a bit with someone, and you're like, "Okay, who wants to have sex with me?" And they're like, "You were doing a bit. No one is trying to." Yeah,
You're wearing a beard.
you're wearing a beard, girly.
and
yeah,
it's 105 degrees.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
very humid.
Uh-huh.
It can't smell good under that cloak.
Molly, I'm rooting for you, but you're gonna have to.
I
We're
am
both
too.
gonna have to make some major changes in our lives.
Maybe someone's like, keep the beard on.
I did
Yeah,
kind of
that's
hate,
true.
That'd be
like,
me.
Yeah.
and obviously I'm sure it was just picked up because they were wearing mics, but like when Molly and Sally say hi to each other and then Sally turns around and Vanita's like, hi, and they're like, hey. It felt very like, and she's like, I'm so bad at being fake.
Yeah.
It felt so
Yeah.
mean girly.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where it's like you weren't bad at being fake. Like you put on
started
a great
off great.
performance.
Really
You're just
good
being a
at it.
bitch.
Yeah. Like, I didn't feel like that was bad at all. So they're like, I felt the tension. I'm like, I didn't.
And I was like, isn't
Wasn't-
it fake to be nice to your friend that you have an issue with and not tell them that you have an issue with them?
Yeah,
I heard
feel
you
like
talking
you
shit
could
about
have been
me.
like, I heard you're talking shit, bitch.
like, let's just hash this out.
I
All right,
digress.
well, I think that'll wrap it up for us today. Thank you to our guests, Witney Carson and her husband, Carson McAllister. Be sure to check out their app if you want to dance some more. Do not forget to tune in tomorrow for a very spicy and fun Going Deeper with Hilaria Baldwin. It's an episode you will not want to miss. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Hey guys, if you loved what you listened to, make sure you hit that subscribe button below. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.